Building an online portfolio using Google Sites is quick, easy, and flexible. Let's take a look at the steps. Once you sign into your JCCC stumail account, you should see Sites as one of the selections on your home ribbon. If not, click on More and then Even More and you'll be taken to Sites. As an alternative, you can go directly to Google Sites by entering https://sites.google.com into your internet browser and then signing in with your stumail email account. Let me provide a quick demonstration. You see I've signed into my account and it's taking me directly to Sites. Once signed into Google, creating a new website is as easy as clicking the Create button, then select a template, either a blank template or one with a theme that you find useful, customizing that template to fit your needs, creating your own home page, uploading additional pages, selecting what kind of pages you would like to have, for example, like uploading your resume, and then deciding how you wish to share all or part of your website with others. If you want more help, it's found under the More drop-down button at the top of the site's web page. Let's go ahead and take a look at the site and go through the steps. Once you've signed into Sites, creating your website is as simple as clicking on Create. When you click that button, you'll be given a choice of either using a blank template or browsing a gallery for more selections. I'm going to click on the Browse More just to show you what's out there. Frankly, there are hundreds to choose from, so you can go and see if there's someone who's already built something that would be a good model to start with. So if I click, for example, on Schools and Education, you'll see that as you go down the different template sites, there's already one out there for an e-portfolio template. So if you wanted to, you could select that as your starting point. But for purposes of this brief demonstration, I am going to cancel and begin with a blank template. So I click on blank template to highlight it. I have to think of the name of my site. And I'm going to call this first site Nadelman e-portfolio. And it allows me then to select a theme. And you may of course select whatever theme that you feel comfortable with. I'd recommend picking something that looks professional, that's easy to work with, and that is not going to be distracting from the information that you include in your portfolio. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the open sky for my portfolio, and I'm going to click Create. And you'll see that it is now begun by taking me to my home page, and it's created an e-portfolio, and now it's easy to build simply by using the Edit key. So I come up to the top of my portfolio, I click Edit Page, and I can change the title from Home to A Little Bit About Me. And then I could start in by adding information about me. So for example, I could write that, I am a professor, Johnson County Community College, teaching legal writing and analysis and introduction to legal technology. And then go ahead and fill out the rest of the information I want. It's very easy to work with. You can of course change the fonts to make things stand out a little more. So let's say I want to make this a 12-point font so it's a little bit easier to read. It's very easy to add additional information such as photographs, links to other websites, links to YouTube videos, inserting information. All you have to do is you come up to Insert. Let's say, for example, I'm going to add an image. I'm going to browse for my image. So I've now added an image to the website so that anyone who visits can see what I look like. It's also very easy to add additional pages and to build out your website. Take the time to explore Google Site and figure out what the different tools, how they work, and play around with them so that you can shape the format that you want. For example, let's say that I don't want a single column layout, but in fact I want it in 2 columns or 3 columns, or you can add sidebars to the left or the right, or you can add both sidebars. Once you have the page you're working on edited to your satisfaction, you can then save that page. And then if I want to, I can add additional pages by clicking on New Page. So let's say, for example, I want to add as an additional first page my resume. So I could type resume, and I'm going to have it be as a web page. And I'm going to put it underneath my A Little Bit About Me. The Little Bit About Me is going to be the top level, and then everything else will come underneath it. So go ahead and click Create. And then to add the resume, all I do is click Add File. And go where I have uploaded the example I want to work with, which we'll find under Resume Example. Click Open. And you'll see that it has added a link to the resume, which anyone you want to share this with, you click on, and they'll then be able to open and see the resume that you've uploaded. In addition to simply attaching the resume, you would also want to provide the reader with a highlighted skill or interest. So going back into the page, I'm going to click Edit the Page, and I'm going to paste in a little bit of information that lets them know that I've just graduated from the paralegal program. I have 2 years work experience as a litigation paralegal, and to access my full resume, they can click this link below. So now that I'm happy with this page, I'll go ahead and click Save. And you'll notice it takes me back with a click to the home page, the A Little Bit About Me. You would want to fill out the little bit about me to present the potential employer or potential educational institution with more information that you feel is relevant. And then you can add additional pages. Adding pages is very quick and easy. All you have to do is click on the new page and select what you want. So I'm going to call this page Examples of Work, and rather than it being a URL, I'm going to make it a file cabinet, so I can put all my examples of the kind of work I've done in this file cabinet. Now once again, rather than putting it at the top level, the organization I'm going to use is I want to put it under the A Little Bit About Me, because that's the first page I want everyone to go to. So I go ahead and click Create, and then it's simple to add work examples. So for example, if I wanted to show a potential employer how I'm able to work in Word, I might want to upload an example. So I'm going to upload an example of the bankruptcy syllabus that I created. Or let's say I want to show the employer that I've developed skills in video and audio editing. So I'm going to show them a Camtasia video. I go ahead and click on Add a File. And the video will be uploaded into my Google portfolio page. Once the uploading process is complete, then it's there, and it can either be downloaded or viewed by the potential employer. all they'd have to do is click on download, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on open it, and the video will begin to play. It's very easy to add additional files of almost any file type, to add links to files that are hosted elsewhere, or to delete files. So let's say I decide that this Camtasia video doesn't demonstrate my skills adequately. All I have to do is click delete, and it goes away. Additional tools are found under the More button. In particular, it would be worth your time to spend a little time on the Sites Help page, which provides guidance and tutorials on how to use sites most effectively. Finally, the last thing I want to show you in this brief tutorial is the Share button. You'll notice that when I hover over it, it tells me that currently this website is private only to me, only I can access it. By clicking on Share, I can change those privacy settings. It allows me to share a link to the site with anyone that I choose as a collaborator. More generally, I can click Change, and I have the choice of currently. The default is it's only available to see by me. Next, I can share it with people at JCCC who have the link, or I can share it with people at JCCC who can find and access this, so anyone at JCCC would be able to access it. I can, by selecting this particular button, anyone with the link would be able to access it. And finally, I can make it available to anyone anywhere on the web to find and access this particular website. I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel and leave it as private to me at the moment. From this page, you may also make changes to your website. You can change the layout, you can change the color and font, you can even go back and change a different theme if you decide that the theme you selected isn't the most attractive or the most professional theme. That concludes this short demonstration of how to create an online portfolio using Google Sites. Please speak with your instructor, and your instructor will give you ideas of different assignments that you may want to include as part of your portfolio. If you have any questions as you aren't able to answer using the Google Sites help, please feel free to stop by and see me during office hours, and I'll be happy to assist you. Thank you very much.